We will move to the classification of fungi because we have dealt in two classes about the basics of fungus, its sexual reproduction, the habitat, etc. Now we will move to the how the fungus are classified. We have something given in the CBSE also, which should be dealt with. So it is very difficult to see the fungus under whatever they have said here, and as much as possible I have given some taken some pictures from online and posted over here. So if we are clear with the terms and the concepts, basic terminologies in the mycology, you will understand it very fast. If you don't understand that, it will be quite difficult, but if you have gone through the notes or the lecture, so this will be very easy for you to understand. The first subdivision classification of fungus is known as phycomycetes, and these class of fungus, they are mainly living in water, that means in aquatic area. So in aquatic habitat, when they are going, the moisture is very much important, and some of the time they are obligate parasites. And one example for this is the bread mold, what we have shown here, which is known as the Rhizopus stolliferum. It is the biological name of this fungus, and you might have seen this in our home also. We can see it very clearly there how they are growing. They may be something, the color what we are seeing, the dark, sometimes it will be yellow in color. Yeah, but we can see this mycelium, rhizode, etc. We'll observe very carefully. So these funguses are coming under this class, which is known as phycomycetes. So how they are reproduction, so when we are seeing about their reproduction, they are reproducing endogenously, that means sporangium will be, and sometimes zygospores, fusion of two gametes, which is isogamous or dissimilar, will be formed, and the best example goes for this is Rhizopus. And Rhizopus is a cosmopolitan fungus because they are living with us, so this can be seen anywhere, wherever you go on this face of the earth, they are living with us. So they live on the pickles. We can see this Rhizopus on bread, and some of the funguses are used for the fermentation of yeast, the maturation of yeast. So this Rhizopus is the very much good example. Then next one is known as the albugo. Albugo we can see on leaves. That is, we can see on leaf. I think that picture is not given here. Albugo, which we can see this on a leaf. So whenever we take a leaf and observe under the down part of the leaf, we can see some dusted particles over there. So they are known as the albugos. That is why it is known as the white rust or white blisters, and they store their food in the form of glycogen. The next one is ascomycetes. Ascus means sac like, and in this class lot best examples are coming as mycelium is coming, yeast is coming. Many of these examples are coming in penicillium is coming, Penicillium notatum and Chrysogenum is coming, yeast is coming. So in this fungus they are multicellular. We can see these ascomycetes in a saprophytic way. We can see them in the decomposers, and parasitic or coprophilous. Coprophilous mean they are going on the dung. Coprophilous, we can see these ascomycetes there. So they are reproduced sexually by conidia. Mainly they are reproduced by conidia. Sexual pores like ascospores will be produced endogenously. And calviceps and neurospora crassa, these are some of the fungus which is used for the biochemical and genetic works, so they all comes under this ascomycetes. And yeast, all of we have seen yeast. Yeast is first discovered by described by Antony von Leeuwenhoek. He is the first person to describe this. And it is yeast is having lot of importance, lots and lots of importance. Unicellular non-mycelic spherical structures are there. So we can see the reproduction, we can see sexually and asexual reproduction both. So yeast will reproduce by fission also, binary fission also. Sexual reproduction is also unfavorable conditions. In favorable conditions we can see some sexual sproutings are coming over that. And they produce isogamous or anisogamous gametes, and the sexual gametic copulation takes place, and they will form into an yeast. But yeast is having a lot of importance. It is one of the common fungi which is used in kitchen. And there is one fungus is there, um, coming under the family of yeast, which it divides only by fission, that is known as Saccharomyces pompe. It is, if yeast itself, that particular yeast itself is known as fission yeast. So they comes inside this. And yeast we are using for the process of fermentation, and yeast can cause some type of disease also. Both, the yeast is responsible for useful part is also there, we have the harmful part is also there. And the next one is coming is basidiomycetes. Basidiomycetes means which is having base, that means something like a stem like part is there, that is known as basidiomycetes. And you can see the penicillium chrysogenum. This chrysogenum that is growing here, it is in a petri dish. And this is the left side, what they have given is penicillium chrysogenum. It is seen what how we observe under the microscope. And basidiomycetes means the fungus which is having base or something stem like thing. And these basidiomycetes are most of the time these basidiomycetes are saprophytic in nature, saprophytic in nature. And if you see their mycelium, they are septate. There will be divisions will be there, and fragmentation asexually and formation of spores will be very common. Plasmogamy will be there, that means fusion of protoplasms will be there. And and if you see this fungus, what we can see this, some of this fungus coming under this we use for food also, we will use for food also. And some of this fungus can cause some of the diseases also, like leukemia, ustalgio, that which cause smut. And basidiospores will be exogenously produced by the basidium. And basidias are arranged on a fruiting body is called basidia carp. So this is the fruiting body, that cone like structure is the basidia carp, it will be arranged on that. So over that it will grow, and the moisture is very much important for this. If the moisture is not there, this fungus will not grow there. And next one is known as deuterocytes. This particular fungus is known as fungal imperfecti, because only asexual or vegetative phase is seen here. They have not seen any sexual reproduction inside that. So they are called it as deuteromycetes, and they can reproduce by conidia. And we can see these deuteromycetes in the case of decomposers, and they are responsible for recycling of the minerals. And one of this trichoderma we can see here. And when we see this trichoderma, you can see that it is septate, they have branches, and the spores are formed exogenously, so they can undergo not spores. If you see these parts, the bulge parts are there, they can divide and they can form into a next trichoderma species. So these are the main things and coming under this classification. Apart from that, these fungus can also for symbiotic association. We already discussed about that. One symbiotic association is between the fungus is lichens or lichens. It is one among the symbiotic association. Fungus plus blue green algae we can see. And many of the food delicacies like truffles, that is also a symbiotic association which can see under the oak plant in the Mediterranean coast. It is grown very vigorously, and it is uh, in the market it cost very much with truffles. So like this, fungus is very important also. Same way the fungus can cause, funguses are very useful to us. Same way fungus can cause diseases also. For example, calvis of purpura, which is coming under this ascomycetes purpurans. What they will do is, this calvis of purpura, they will be found on the seed, that means rice and other seed. When the rice is dried, so these calviceps will stick on it, and these calviceps can cause diseases also. If somebody eat that rice without properly washing or cooking, we when eat that rice, these calviceps go inside and causes diseases also. So some diseases, when they are causing, and it is very very poisonous also, that diseases is known as ergotism. It can solve it. And calvis purpura is very good to make some medicines, the modern medicines, which is used for the reduction of cholesterol. And the same way these funguses are important. On the another way, these funguses are harmful also. So please go through this. If there is any doubt, please comment below. I will revert you back, and I recommend to read the textbook properly. Thank you.